run between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings.
Get him, Chase Young. Yeah.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnist write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them.
I'm winning.
Up the run
That's a plus.
Detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you
blitz
a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
I was talking to Brad there.
Great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
Nice.
And they did a nice job there.
Chase Young.
Point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Adams. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
They'll get off a short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Russell. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where
Damn it, Debo, you gotta hang on.
He's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Heavy rush, and down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Adams. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Swift. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Off the bootleg. Adams. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
He went backwards.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Back to throw. Adams. And pressure gets to him again.
Loss of 6 yards.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Roughing the passer.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
Take that.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Vikings.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good.
Damn it.
Right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ooh, Chase Young messed him up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd down, it's Russell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play in football.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Just eat up blocks.
All right.
Other people to make tackles.
Gotta turn it up in the second half.
Himself, as we just saw there, that's a bit down.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw.
Oh, what the fuck? He stopped.
At the 13-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
15 yards and leads to third down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line are in concert. I used to have a coach who called it...
Man, I cannot run this year.
Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
I upgraded
Now to kick
it up.
after the touchdown.
But I also... Well, I just mean, like, overall.
At their own 22-yard.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit.
I think it's more so my tight ends.
Pressure, it's got to him.
Because they're all, except for one, they're wide receiver converted tight ends. So I don't think their blocking is good enough for me to do what I want to do.
That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Adams now throwing on first down.
Something I don't have.
To DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Wow. Man, I was recording. Blew through the line with Kinlaw. Running back picked me up. I blew him down. I freaking sacked QB. Well, then I have to go back into my replay.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball.
That was fun.
And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact.
Sack with Adonis Red.
Penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And it's fielded at the 34. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they
4-yard line
lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Yeah, Debo. 96-yard touchdown.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Russell. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense.
Get him. Wow, fumbled that.
Be interesting to see if he
nice.
to press the run at all.
Fumble recovery, touchdown.
After eating only one on that play.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
So I was looking at career stats the other day. Fred Warner's got 12 career defensive touchdowns. He has 5 this year.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Yep. 2 of his pick sixes have come off of deflections, where they've just deflected it right to him.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Adams looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Complete.
A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
Our
4.
score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
A gain of 6.
Man, I can't believe they're still running it.
Good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a
Winfield.
second too late on the release.
Pick six.
Back at the 16-yard line.
I'm starting to feel
Nice.
for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And out now come the Vikings. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
No.
Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Get him.
The training staff works
Nice.
on him. We'll step
Devontae
aside and be right
Clemens.
back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow he
I don't know.
his way open and catch the ball.
Round. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. So we
Throw a pick.
time here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime. The second half upon us that we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Jason Myers.
That sucks.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we
You winning?
back and underway for the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn.
There we go. Now we got Benson in the zone.
He'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. One still churning like a giant pinball. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Got another pick 6. C.J. Henderson this time.
They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
Defense has been freaking on point this year, except against you. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't get them to do this against users.
Because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game. And
59 to nothing.
On that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he only manages a couple here.
Fumble. Recovery. Nice.
On that run, Charles.
No,
only
exactly
a game
the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Strip sack with Kinlaw, Brad. That's a 6th forced fumble of the year.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Touchdown Benson to Jalen Buckner.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw is up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Nice.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Oh, Derwin James just freaking speared him.
Only muster a yard here to the 38.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
That was freaking awesome.
On 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
Guess what, Brad? I got another pick 6. Jair Alexander this time, spreading the love. Huh?
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off throws, no rhythm throwing the ball.
This is fun.
Obviously, no touchdown scored in this game.
30 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week.
Guess so.
Sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out
you were.
on the field.
Oh,
Charles,
I fumbled it.
right in this game, but
Damn
they
it.
need that offense to wake up
Great.
in a hurry.
I mean, I'm probably going to give up my shutout now, too. Fuck. Oh, booth review. Come on, turn it over. Overturned. I didn't lose the football.
I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them.
Nice.
Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's a fumble, though.
Now Adams to throw on 2nd down.
Guess I got it right back anyways. Damn you, Benson.
As we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive. That threw a wrench in what
Guess
they
I
were
need a
trying to
turnover to keep them
accomplish
scoring.
They were compelled to throw the ball on
Hi, bud.
2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Here's Adams throwing on 3rd and long. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, Henderson, that should have been a pick. Oh, they're going to go for it on 4th. I can keep my shutout.
So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a pass swung out.
Yes, stop them on 4th. Shutout intact.
Back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They were at the 24 on my 24-yard line. They went for it on 4th.
Operating from the gun, Adams. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Nice.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Oh, Culver running free. Touchdown.
Score here in the 3rd quarter.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Russell, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the
4 minutes to go. 80-0.
His performance on the ground. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Russell, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to
I ran by him and still sacked him. I ran by him. He dropped back so slow that I ran by him and had to turn around and come back.
And he'll give it here to and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Goff, you are bold lining up under center. You are getting rocked. Yep, another sack with Kinlaw. 4 sacks this game.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to
yeah, sometimes.
like body
Yep.
blows in boxing. Slow them down, and it really
I've had that happen. It sucks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right at the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll run on first down. Russell. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
14-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
No!
Play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I just gave up a long pass on a deflection. Thankfully, it was someone super slow.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate.
64-yard play. Now they're at the 13. I hope so. Sacked him.
And he got into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I'm hoping I can just get a turnover.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line. And
Third down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Dang. It should have been a pick. It bounced off like 3 times and it landed right in the hands of this dude. Thankfully, he was slow.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's brought
Can I go for it? Oh, they're kicking a field goal. Those bastards.
Contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the
24-yard
line.
Looking to throw.
Fucking A.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
A minute left and they kicked a field goal to get away from the shutout. Damn it. That pisses me off.
Have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now Adams on third down. He's going to fire and complete it to Renfro. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Oh, just take another touchdown with Debo.
And the throw left sideline here is
77-yarder.
incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds.
Alright, let's go get some more defensive stats. Maybe one more score.
Pressure, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Lions on third down. They've converted a
Nice.
third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be third and forever. Off the play fake. Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked up just shy of midfield. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Sack. Yeah, Cole Thorney. Sack.
It's Russell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this
Cole Thorney, my rookie middle linebacker.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell, and he's got about 5 yards. As he's
Oh
taken
no.
down right at the
Is time gonna run out?
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long
come on.
situation. It seemed
Hurry up and hike it.
but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Vikings on third down.
Fuck.
They converted 6
Time ran
times and could use a 7th here. This will be
I didn't get 100
6.
points.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No gain on the play.
And no matter what
Damn
the
it.
situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really difficult.
Are you
task.
kidding me? I just lost connection to the EA servers.
And that will get the lead up to 14.
This fucking thing.
So they settle for
just the three, but clearly right now anything helps trying
Well,
to salt this one away in the fourth.
fucking going to bed now.
A touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the field
Great.
general
Not gonna have a game like that now.
For the next possession. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things.
What a fucking joke.
That's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front think I'm going back to the quarterback. Maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker.
That's so fucking stupid.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Didn't even get to look at the stats, see how many sacks and whatnot I had.
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep
Well, guess I'll be playing tomorrow.
Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Oh yeah. Yes, if you wanted to auto, or if you wanted to.
This is intercepted, and that should do it. It's off at the 35, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36.
I don't fucking understand. Why the fuck I just did
That's
that?
kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just
What
going
the
into
hell?
total prevent there? You know, they have
Feels
to lead,
playing
but
Fishing
sometimes
Planet.
you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football.
Fishing
and look
Planet.
how that one turned
Fishing
out.
Planet.
They may have salted this one away.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So track the yardage.
I'm curious if me losing connection to EA servers has to do with
Now they've got to take it back and see if they've
my
got another one
internet
still
connection
going.
here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought
Because
down
I
about the
lost.
42. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Eats me out when I do a internet test.
Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case
11.8 megabits per second.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line
No.
as he's down at the 19.
It was only 11.8 megabits per second though.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing
I haven't
streak
checked in a while,
trailing here in the
but after
fourth quarter.
when we first got that new range extender, it was up. I was getting like 40.
Complete to Swift out of the backfield.
I don't know what's happened. It's been a lot lower recently, in the last like month or two.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
But Hannah is also streaming Netflix right now.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too.
Alright, I gotta go to bed. Get this game.
Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Catch you later. Good luck. Don't lose.
2nd and 10. Throwing again.
Don't lose.
Adams. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Adams will try and set up the screen to Swift. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion. So now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Adams. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.